Schools in hard-hit areas have been forced to shut their doors in Somalia as they continue to struggle with heavy rain and flooding that has left over 250,000 people displaced. In the central town of Beledweyne, rising floodwaters caused cancellation of regular classes and physical damage to schools. Officials say students and teachers have been forced to flee to higher ground, where aid agencies are providing assistance, including shelter to the 250,000 people. It's the second flood to affect Beledweyne in less than a year. Back in 2018, floods forced the Ministry of Education to postpone the country's national examinations. You have a similar story in Central African Republic, where more than 30,000 people have been displaced as a result of flooding. Residents say they're struggling to cope on their own in the capital, Bangui.
According to the International Red Cross, more than 35,000 people had lost their homes in Central African Republic floods, with at least 5 people killed as a direct result. This is an upward revision of official figures announced by the Prime Minister, who said more than 20,000 people were made homeless by the floods caused by the Ubangi River busting its banks and continuous rains.
As I am speaking now, the information I have is that there are around 37,000 people who have been forced out of their homes, and amongst those, we must note too that 5 people lost their lives, 1 was electrocuted, and 4 drowned.
Residents say they had not seen such flooding for at least 10 years, and rains at what should be the end of the rainy season were not letting up.
All the students have to stay at home. You know, here in our complex, we have around 1,000, more than 1,000 students or so. And you can see the amount of waste this is causing. And we have only just started school less than 2 months ago. And we find ourselves in this catastrophic situation.
Many schools have also closed down. People are now seeking shelter in their friends' homes, but thousands have nowhere to go. However, a temporary shelter has been set up in Bangi's basketball stadium, which has no basic facilities such as toilets or cooking areas. Health authorities also fear a rise in waterborne diseases.
Now, East Africa should expect more heavy rainfall and flooding over the next week. That's according to the BBC Weather Service report. This region has been severely affected by flooding over the past week, which has caused hundreds of deaths and displaced hundreds of thousands of people. Look at those harrowing pictures there. The worst of the rains are expected to strike over the next 48 hours, hitting higher ground in Ethiopia and in Somalia the hardest. Kenya should see drier weather over the next few days, but can expect more rain later in the week. Aid groups are warning that displaced people do need urgent help. In emergency shelters, they need medicine, food, clean water, and of course, mosquito nets.